Guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Susie and this is the Travel Bug. Today we're talking about the best and worst US airlines of 2021. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new and if you're not new, welcome back. This is an opportunity for me to also remind you to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this type of content and to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this one. So here at the Travel Bug, we go over topics that people who travel enjoy learning more about. And today I am going to talk to you about a recent article that was published on the Wall Street Journal. It actually gets published every single year with the top US airlines ranked from one to bottom. And it's super interesting because every time that this list comes out, there are companies that move up and down, but there's usually not a ton of change in terms of like who are the top three, who are the bottom three. However, this year there's been a ton of changes, and when I was going through the list, I was surprised myself. So I want you to stop right now and put in the comments below, which airline do you think is the best airline in the United States and which airline is the worst? Post it now below, and then at the end you're going to learn which one is the top and which one is all the way at the bottom. So it's just a little game we're going to play today. So obviously 2020 was a very disruptive year for airlines all across the globe, and the US was not an exception to that. Obviously we had COVID, the pandemic shut down air traffic for a while, and there was a lot of restructuring and people being laid off for a while and then coming back when flights were able to resume, things like that. Now, 2021 has changed the landscape quite a bit. This article from the Wall Street Journal, and I will link it below, is based on data from the Department of Transportation. So it's not something that the Wall Street Journal puts together, it's something that they draw conclusions from these Department of Transportation data that they actually published at the beginning of each year. The number one thing that obviously is important for people who travel, people who fly, is the cancellation rate. What does it mean when a flight is canceled? If that cancellation happens 7 days before the flight is supposed to leave, then it's not a cancellation, it's considered a rescheduling. So usually what happens when there's a schedule change is that airlines have the opportunity to book you in another flight or offer you, before that rescheduling happens, the opportunity to reschedule yourself. They can send you an email and say, hey, does this still work? Do you want to be rebooked into another flight? You accept that change, then it doesn't count in the rescheduling because you chose to change your flight yourself. Another point of comparison as well is when the flights are delayed more than 45 minutes. Before 45 minutes, it's not really considered a delay in the Department of Transportation. After 45 minutes, it is a delay. Okay, so now we are going to go into the full list of companies who's at the bottom, and then we'll go all the way to the top. So starting at the bottom, JetBlue, Spirit, Frontier, tied with American Airlines. Yes, American Airlines. Allegiant, this was a surprise for me. United, Southwest, Alaska Airlines, guys. And then number one, Delta Airlines. One of the things that Delta did beautifully is that they did not bump involuntarily any passenger in 2021. Not a single one, which I think it's just crazy. I don't even know how they could manage to do that. Also, Delta's overall on-time rate was close to 88%. So remember those 45 minutes of delay? Delta was only delayed more than 45 minutes in 12% of their flights. So that's a really good thing. Now, we have a problem with JetBlue. JetBlue went from number 7 in 2020 all the way down to the bottom in 2021. More than anything else because of their delays in arrival times. If you were on a JetBlue flight in 2021, you only arrived on time to your destination about 65% of the time, which is it's embarrassing. Now, in their defense, JetBlue had a lot of operation issues in LaGuardia, LA, and Newark Liberty, and they blame the construction in those airports for those issues. JetBlue was also the airline that experienced the most number of employees calling in sick from Omicron. Omicron was really surging in the Northeast, and 75% of JetBlue's employees live in the Northeast. So that's why they think they suffered from those Omicron sick calls more than any other airline. Now, there's an interesting case here with Southwest. Southwest was number 1 in 2020, and they dropped to number 3 for 2021. And Southwest blames that to technology issues, internal technology issues, as well as with weather patterns in the places where they fly most out of and into. Now, if we look in different categories at the scorecard, the second airline with the least amount of canceled flights was Frontier, to my surprise, because it's not an airline that we think of for on-time flights and non-canceled flights. And I also wanted to give some information about mishandled luggage. So the number 2 airlines that for sure will carry your luggage to its destination and not break it or lose it are, drumroll, Allegiant and Frontier. Yes. Now, I wonder if that's because they handle a lesser amount of luggage, because, you know, Allegiant and Frontier are notorious for charging a ton of money for you to actually check your suitcase in the plane. So maybe that's the reason why. I don't know, but they ranked really, really highly up there. Now, the worst company, the company that mishandled luggage the worst, was American and Alaska Airlines, which to me, again, is surprising. It's just surprising how poorly American Airlines fared in all these categories. So again, the article to the Wall Street Journal will be linked below, so you guys can go check it out. What do you think? Did you think the results were going to be showing this, or were you surprised like I was? Again, guys, if you like videos like this one, give this one a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos about travel, airlines, flights, packing videos, reviews of products that travelers like ourselves use. And I'll see you in my next video.